Welcome guys to me Damien channel. I am live streaming on the ferry right now. Trying to get a nice little live stream here. It's gonna be a short live stream, maybe like 30 minutes. But we're gonna take a look at the price of Bitcoin, and we're gonna take a look at the Ethereum, Solana, and XRP, and I'll try to do a few requests before I have to end the live stream here. But yeah. Here we go. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin right now. Just let me know if the volume's a little too loud. I'm going to go ahead and turn it down on my end. But yeah, we're looking at the price of Bitcoin currently trading at $113,860. I still have these Fibonacci levels that are still in play that I believe is going to be coming into this buy zone. We got a purple buy zone in between $107,000 Bitcoin and $110,000 Bitcoin. The main reason why I think Bitcoin's going to go into these zone right here is because we do have the Fibonacci at the 0.382 and the 0.5 Fibonacci. This seems to be a good buy zone. It's also a zone that we traded at sideways for the most part here in late May going into most of June, and then also the beginning of July before we caught some bids here after 4th of July. But if Bitcoin continues making lower highs like we have been doing, then I think we'll come down to $108,000 Bitcoin, mainly because you got the 50-day moving average sitting right there, that green line right there. Okay, so I still think those are your buy side targets. I'm ready to jump on Bitcoin on the day trade and maybe even a swing trade here if we get into this purple buy zone area. But if Bitcoin actually does start catching some bids, then we'll see how it makes its way back up to the 0.786 retracement, which it was trading at for the most part towards the end of July here. Okay, but if we can get past that and then get past the all-time high at $123,000 Bitcoin, then we'll probably end up seeing 1272 fib extension level at $130,000 Bitcoin. And that is also just using this bull flag trend analysis. The bull flag is saying that if we break out from here, we'll see $130,000 Bitcoin as well. Okay, that blue number right there. So be on the lookout for that. I still think that's going to be in play here for Bitcoin. We'll move on to Ethereum, see how Ethereum is doing here. So we see that Ethereum is currently trading at $3,585, down 3% today. Ethereum was overbought and overcooked on the RSI levels. As I zoom out here, I still got the Fibonacci analysis here, but let me go into the RSI here, because this is what was concerning me about Ethereum being overbought here towards the end of July at 85 on the RSI. We're now at an RSI at 55, so Ethereum is ready to go to higher prices if we got the green light to do that. Okay, let's take a look at Market Cipher B real quick here. See if Market Cipher B is giving us the green buy dot by any chance. No, we don't have that green buy dot yet. We have a red dot here that came on last Tuesday, I believe, or it might have been a couple of Tuesdays ago. But we had a red dot here that says you should have been selling Ethereum when it got as high as like $3,800. Okay, and right now we're just waiting for that green buy dot to show up on the daily time frame here to give us the justification for us to go to higher prices on Ethereum. And if Ethereum does go to higher prices, just look at the Fibonacci here. I mean, I probably have to drag this over to the right now. Let me go ahead and do that real quick here. Try to keep it at 1372. Right. Alright, so this is what we're looking at for Ethereum. Ethereum has been holding on strong here near the 786 retracement at $3,500 Ethereum, okay? But if Bitcoin drags us down to lower prices, then we're probably going to end up coming down to that golden pocket at $3,000 Ethereum, which is where the 0.618 retracement is sitting at. I think that's still in play if we go to lower prices, but if we go to higher prices here, then yeah, we'll see if Ethereum can actually get up to $4,100, okay? $4,100 is where Ethereum was back in January, earlier this year, right? And also December of last year, okay? So get back to $4,100, and then we can start talking about maybe Ethereum at $4,800. That's that 1272 fib extension level there. And also, maybe we see new all-time highs at 1618, $5,700 Ethereum. I don't expect that to happen in the month of August or even September. I'd be surprised if we actually have that happen in September. If it does happen, it's because the Federal Reserve has lower interest rates for the first time since, I don't know, they haven't lowered interest rates in over a year now. Okay, but that could be the catalyst that sends Ethereum up to like the $5,700 level, in my opinion. Okay. But first, we got to get past this right here. Let's get past $4,100 and actually try to get to $4,100. And then we'll see if Ethereum can actually make it up to those higher prices there. All right, let's see what my guys are saying in the comments right now. We just talked about Bitcoin. We talked about Ethereum. We're now going to see XRP after this. And let's see. I don't really have any more comments here. I do have somebody talking about Fibonacci. Person, you're asking me how did this Fibonacci retracement, how was it done? Okay, let me just get rid of the Fibonacci for now, and I'll just redo it here. So, I was measuring the Fibonacci, okay? I started off like this. I started from the top here, where we saw, you know, Ethereum at like $4,100, okay? And I measured down to the low here in April, where we saw Ethereum get as low as like 1,370 bucks, okay? And that's how I get these Fibonacci numbers to show up here on the screen. Just gonna move this over to the right here. But yeah, that's how you get the Fibonacci there. Okay, you just go over to the left side on your TradingView account, and you click on where it says Gann and Fibonacci tools, and you click on Fib retracement, or you can press Alt F to get the Fibonacci as well. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I go from high to low. Okay, unless I'm trying to do, if I'm trying to do a short on an asset here, then I'll do it from bottom to top. Okay, like if I want to get the fib extension levels. Okay, if I do it from bottom to top, then you'll skip the fib extension levels going to the downside here. Okay, whatever asset you're looking at. But usually I go from top to bottom on my Fibonacci. Yep. All right, let's move on to XRP now. And how was the volume? Gotta get a volume check. Can you guys actually hear me? Let me just double check. You guys actually hear me? Okay. Yep, I can hear myself. Medina, you saying this is the first time someone's did a live stream from a ferry? And you love the music? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you. I don't know if you guys can see, but you can see like the boat, the rest of the boat here, and I don't know if you can see outside, but the ferry's moving right now. Yeah. And let me just show my TikTok guys. You guys see? Okay. Little ferry going on there. All right. Back to looking at XRP. Currently trading at $2.95. And what has XRP done? I actually talked about this earlier today on my TikTok live stream, and I'm doing another TikTok live stream again. But looks like XRP actually came down to the 0.5 retracement, a little bit below it. Okay, at $2.78. That is a level that we need to maintain for now. Okay, but if Bitcoin drags us down to lower prices, then we could probably come down too. I'm not sure how the 0.32 level is going to hold up, but I think a lot of people are going to start buying XRP when it hits this 200-day moving average, sitting at $2.45, maybe even $2.50, which is where the 50-day moving average is sitting at as well. It's a nice clean number. Some people are like, hey, I'll buy it at $2.50. Why not? You know. But yeah, if XRP actually starts catching some bids here, we want to see it recapture the 618, which it kind of is already at, sort of right now. It's like 5 cents short of it. We have the 618 at $2.99. But we then want to capture the level here at the 0.786 retracement, and then try to retest the highs here at the 366 level here for XRP. And then we can start seeing if XRP is going to push itself up to the higher levels here at the fib extension of $4.13, which is the 1272 fib extension level. And then maybe $4.74 XRP. I think this could possibly be where XRP goes later on in like September maybe. I'm not sure if it's going to do it in August, but you never know how fast these cryptos move. XRP could do that, and those would be the levels that we're looking for on the upside here for XRP. Okay, and then for you guys who are in it for the long term, and I know you guys want to see higher prices, we do have a 3618 that says $8.26 XRP could possibly come into play here. Possibly, I would say that would be like end of 2025, maybe going into 2026. But yeah, that's XRP price targets using just the Fibonacci alone here. I think XRP is doing fine. Let's see how it is on Market Cipher B. Market Cipher B, we do have a red dot that came on July 20th. We're now waiting for a green dot. After a red dot comes a green dot, so we're just waiting for money to start flowing into XRP again, and then we can get a green dot that says that, yeah, now should be a good time to buy XRP. But if you're too anxious, you could get XRP below $3 right now. RSI is also cooled down on XRP. RSI at 49 right now. Let me see. I always mess that up. Okay. Yeah, XRP was definitely overbought and overcooked, just like Ethereum back in the middle of July. But now the RSI is cooled down to 49. This gives us the breathing room that we need to try to make a run for higher prices if we get the green light to do it. We're still waiting for that green buy dot to show up on Market Cipher B. Okay, we haven't got that green buy dot yet. Alright, I see someone else has followed me here. And Chris saying is asking me, what is that blue? The blue is money flow. Okay, that's money going into the asset or leaving the asset. In this case, you can see that money has been leaving XRP. The money flow has been leaving on the daily time frame. And you want to see more of that blue come back into play again. That would indicate that you're actually getting more money going into the XRP. So it makes sense that we're at lower prices because the money flow has come down on Market Cipher B. Another indicator, if I want to just do strictly money flow, I can also look at it this way. I got an indicator, a money flow indicator. And this is what the money flow indicator looks like on XRP. You know, we had a lot of money going into the middle of July for XRP, and now that money's coming down. And we do not want to see red, because red is definitely negative. We don't want to see money flow go that far down, but maybe we kind of level off here a little bit and then climb back up on the money flow indicator for XRP. So that's just another way to measure how strong an asset is and what's going on out there. Some money has left XRP. All right. See, I gotta read some of these comments here. What indicator is money flow? So on TradingView, I use this indicator by Joe Cool, money flow intensity. Okay. And then another one you might want to add is that Market Cipher B indicator by Falcon Coin. That's another good indicator that gives you the green and red buy dots, and it also gives you the money flow as well. Platform I'm using is TradingView. This is TradingView that I'm using, Brandon. And Luke says 70,000 Bitcoin coming soon. Like, how soon is soon? You can't just say soon. You gotta give us a date. Give us a date. I want to know so I can go buy some more cheaper Bitcoin. But in order for Bitcoin to get down to $70,000, we have to first break the 200-day moving average. And right now, the 200-day moving average is at $99,000. So Bitcoin has a lot of support there. We got to actually go to $99,000, right? Look at the moving average, right? You got that red line at $99,000 Bitcoin. That's going to be a good support zone if Bitcoin does go down to that level. But I also think we have to come down to maybe $104,000 Bitcoin. because that was a strong area in the past. But we first have to cut through 111, and then we got to cut through 107, and then $104,000 Bitcoin before we can even talk about, you know, $70,000 Bitcoin. But appreciate you trying to give us all a good scare here. Yes, go ahead and subscribe, so you can learn as much as you can. I'm gonna try to do some TikTok service requests here. So if you guys want to do like a one-on-one tutorial session with me, where I explain to you how to look at the charts, how to use these indicators, and just what my thought process is when it comes to like buying and selling these assets, and when I turn bullish and when I turn bearish, I can actually do that for you guys. If you want to subscribe and be a part of the Meet Damien TikTok service plus. It's a new service that TikTok does where they allow people to do tutoring sessions. Okay, I guess I could also do it for my YouTube guys. If you guys want to do like a Zoom, we could do like a Zoom one-on-one session where I can explain how to use these charts and how to use these indicators. It'd be like a one-on-one instruction. I was thinking about doing that to help some of you guys out here. Then I gotta figure out, you know, how much I want to charge for that. I would probably charge by the hour, but I'm not sure what the hourly rate's gonna be right now. Oh, I appreciate that compliment, Kursang. You know, there's also some other good streamers out there besides myself. One guy, let me see. One guy I like looking at on his streams is Road Dog Crypto. He's got a good amount of analysis about crypto. He's been in it for a while. He's always going live and he does videos. And then another guy that I've recently been watching is BC Pork Corp. Okay, BC Pork Corp is on here. He does a lot of stock market stuff, but he also does crypto as well. And then you guys should go check out my other guy, Porky Flounder. Okay, I'm just trying to get you guys some of the guys that are pretty good on the trading analysis here. Porky Flounder goes live almost every day. He'll probably be live later on tonight, but I think he's doing like a member only stream. But then Wednesday, he'll be opening it up to everybody. Okay. And I love this guy because he's really funny as hell, and he's always putting up some good videos about various crypto coins and stuff like that. He's big on crypto. And then I gotta do another shout out for my my buddy Trade Intuition. He's always giving me shout outs when I go on his channel. Okay, I'm just showing you guys the crypto guys that are out there. Trade Intuition's another good one. He goes live. He's live streaming from Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time, and then Saturdays and Sundays he does 4 p.m. Eastern time, and he's another good guy. He's got some good music too, just like me. I like my music, but I also like listening to his music too. And also Road Dog. Road Dog has some good music on his streams too. Okay. But anyways, let's get back into the analysis here. Let's see. Oh, I see BC Pork Corp is in there. I just did my my shout outs to you guys here. Alright. Let's move on to Solana. And then we'll take a look at Sui after this. And maybe I might be able to squeeze in a few requests. We'll see how much time I got here. But let's look at Solana real quick. Solana currently trading at $163. If Solana continues its fall down from grace here, then we could get some support at that 100-day moving average. I'm looking at that as like a good swing trade. This is an area that Solana was trading at for the most part since all of May. And then also it traded at that area back in early July. Okay. And that $150 area is also kind of confluent with this 0.236 retracement at $142. But I think those who are using the moving averages, they're going to probably put their bids in at $150 Solana if we actually do come down to that level. However, Solana is fighting for dear life right now here on the 200-day moving average. You can see that this red line here sitting at $161. We're right above that and trying to use that as support. We actually came down to that level today and with a little bit below it, and then came right back up again. So that's good to see that we're actually respecting the 200-day moving average. Would be nice if we can actually pull ourselves up to higher prices here and actually get up to this this 0.382 retracement at $172. And then I'm looking at see if Solana can get up to the 0.5 at $195. Okay, which you know, we got a candlewick rejection off of that back here on July 28th. But I want to see Solana pull its bootstraps up and actually get back up to 195. And then we haven't even retested the golden retracement, right? We lost this level back here in January, and I want to see Solana get back to that level of $219 and $226. That's my long-term swing trade target on Solana. Unless I'm in it for the long term here, and then of course if I'm in it for the long term, then we do have $253 Solana, and then $296 here would probably cause us some resistance in the future, maybe later on in 2025, and then we could start talking about, okay, could we see a $421 Solana? You know, the 1618 fib extension level here. I don't know. I feel like I'm pumping some hopium here, but I do like the fact that Solana has a good structure. You are making higher lows. Okay, this definitely shows up on the weekly and monthly time frame. If you just go into the weekly time frame here, you can see that we are making higher lows on the weekly time frame for Solana, and also making higher highs. And just keep doing this, and then we'll work ourselves back up to like all-time highs for Solana. All right, so now we'll take a look at Sui, and then we'll take a look at Ondo for my buddy V8.eth. Alright, so let's look at Sui, and then yeah, I just want to get over these cryptos that I want to look at, and then I'll do the requests here. Alright, so we have Sui currently trading at $3.39. And let me just zoom in here. Get rid of some of this previous analysis here. I gotta bring this to the front. Let me see. I gotta change this. Bring that to the front. Visibility. Okay. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I want settings. Settings. Visual order. Bring to front. Yeah. Okay. Now I can see the numbers better. All right. So with Sui, Sui is very bullish and strong. Clearly, you know, if we go into the daily time frame here, we're still above the 200-day moving average, and we're just now we're getting below the 50-day moving average. But just yesterday, we were actually using the 50-day moving average as support. So this is a little disconcerting to see that we're now losing the 50-day moving average. Could we come down to the 200-day moving average? I think so, because that 200-day moving average is confluent with the 0.5 retracement at $3.16. I think this is your downside target if Bitcoin brings us down a little bit lower. 316, this matches up with the 200-day moving average. That's your target for now, unless we come down lower, and then there's a 100-day moving average. I think Sui's going to try his best to stay above $3 in my opinion. Okay, just like XRP is trying to do. Okay, but on to the upside here, if Sui can get past and we make a new a higher high here, we're looking at the 1272 at $4.89, and then we got the 1618 at $5.67 for Sui. That could happen later on in 2025 here. Okay. All right, moving on to Ondo, and I'm just steamrolling through these requests because I don't got that much time. It sounds like we're about to dock up the boat here.
We'll be arriving shortly in Woods Hole. At this time, all vehicle drivers and their passengers, please return to your vehicles. Please do not start your vehicle until instructed to do so by your first. For all walk-off passengers will be exiting by the gangway on the port side, left-hand side of the vessel, door number 2. We ask that you do not stand in the stairway while the vessel is docking.
So there you go, guys. I have to get going here, but I'm going to finish up here on Ondo. Alright, so here we have Ondo currently trading at 91 cents, down 3.75% today. And we're also down below the 200-day moving average. We lost that here back on July 28th. and we didn't even back test it before we started losing our levels here. Could the 50 and 100 day save us again? The 100 day is sitting at 87 cents, 50 days sitting at 89 cents. That's that blue and green line there. If we're not able to hold those levels here, then we probably gonna have to come down to lower prices here. And if I just turn on the VRVP to help us out, figure out how low we could go, the VRVP is saying that the POC is sitting at 78 cents. So this is the level that most traders for Ondo were selling up at back in like June, going into July. I think 78 cents. This point of control, this blue line, has to hold, or else it could be even bad news for Ondo investors here. But let's look at the upside targets. Okay, if Ondo is actually going to cast some bids here, okay, we do have a high volume node here at $1.02. That seems to be a psychological level, like $1 should be a level for us to look out here for Ondo. But then if Ondo actually catches some more bids here, right, and I zoom out a little bit, okay, upside targets is about like $1.33 and $1.40, which is where you were trading at back in January, earlier this year. And then who knows, maybe we see Ondo get up to like $2 like it did it get up that high? Yeah, it got up that high back in like December of last year. So those are your targets, long-term targets for Ondo. But guys, I'm gonna have to wrap up the live stream. I appreciate you guys coming onto the stream. And yeah, I gotta wrap things up here, but try to look for me on the live stream tomorrow. I'll be going live 12 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, Wednesday, August 6th, okay? But I appreciate you guys coming on to live stream, and don't forget to hit the like button, double tap that like button, and yeah, good luck trading and investing, whatever asset you decide to get into. Take care, guys. Hey Joe, good to see you in the live stream. I actually gave a shout out to you. Go ahead and check out earlier. I gave a shout out to you and Road Dogg and Porky and everybody else.